And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. And getting ready for the putt.
Oh, good start.
So they'll tap in. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, this is a really fun hole, a pretty short par 3 downhill.
Yeah, half a club, you can allow for that, so it won't play its full yardage. You can really see that right part of the green. That's the most inviting one. But when they stick the flag on the left, you really have to be precise.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wind or just the lie there. Should be okay.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. He's putting for birdie now. Well done. This is a strong par 4, 452 yards, the third hole. It's a good challenge, Frank.
It is. Big sweeping dogleg left. Actually in a straight line, it's 315, 320 yards to run out. So if you hit the ball further than that, it's going to have to draw. Otherwise, you'll be hitting in the rough on the other side. Still a lengthy shot into there on a green that actually has 3 different levels.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, it's kind of cool if your golf course has a menacing name for the finishing stretch. There's the Bear Trap at PGA National, the Gauntlet at TPC Sawgrass, and here at Quail Hollow, the Green Mile. Does it earn the nickname?
Rich, I don't know about the name, but I think if you want to look at 3 holes in a row that are really going to get your attention, perhaps wreck your card, then 16, 17, and 18 at Quail Hollow are the ones. 16 a par 4 over 500 yards, 17 is just fraught with disaster, and then 18 requires you hit your best tee shot. I think even if those holes were in 3 different parts of the golf course, they'd get your attention.
And a 130-yard shot now. He'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
The swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location on the approach of the third?
Second shot plays a little bit uphill, plus that general slope from left to right.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Setting up for an approach shot here.
One of the things I think that's captivated the audience now with Rory McIlroy is he's doing things that we thought only one other player could do, and that's Tiger Woods. When you can streak fields in a major championship by nearly double figures, that's when you're in a class of your own. And I know that's stating the obvious.
He has a gear, Frank, that I don't think other players have. You might be rolling along at 95 miles per hour and you think you're moving, and you look to your right and you blink and go, who was that? Somebody just went by me, and he's doing 125 and making it look easy. This kid is really special. Frank, this is a muscular par 4 here at just under 490 yards, the 4th at Quail Hollow, a difficult proposition.
It is, but fortunately that tee shot plays a little downhill. But one of the difficulties with the tee shot is the fairway kicks from right to left. So it needs a good one to keep it on the fairway, and another green that has 3 different levels.
They'll be happy with that in the fairway, and now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. Poulter has a history of getting on runs. He can light it up with a putter. Here's a birdie putt. Drops for a birdie. Here we are at the par 5 fifth. It's 570 yards. Frank, this should be reachable for most players, don't you think?
Yeah, if you hit a good tee shot, especially with the draw, it will be. But the hardest part of this is judging that kick on the fairway that kicks the ball to the right. And it sort of turns at that awkward area at where the top of your tee shot range. That's where that dog leg is.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
He'll need to be strong with this. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I've got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Spieth settles in over his birdie putt. In the hole for birdie. Wow, Frank, this is all you want in a par 3. 250 yards here at the 6th.
Hey, that's what these guys need, especially in a PGA championship. Fortunately, the hole plays a little bit downhill, but 250, whichever way you cut it, is a big par 3.
That's a good shot right there, about 10 feet away. He'll have a good chance. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
It's no snack, though.
Oh, I thought he had that. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. These putts keep the round together. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Not a problem from there. Right in the middle. Frank, there's a lot to chew on here as you get to the tee at the 532-yard par 5-7.
In today's game, 530 plus change you'd think is incredibly short. And look at the trouble in front of you. Water all the way down the right side and around that right side of the green. Bunkers left. This is not for the faint of heart.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards. There's something about a well-hit shot.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it was well in the cards.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Frank, second shot here at the par 5-7. You having a go at this one?
Yes, but you still have to respect the water and the trouble around, so anything slightly left of that flag is fine.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Good read, good line, well played.
Some tester from 4 feet. Oh, dude, that's an eagle. Frank, I love a drivable par 4. In the modern power game, it really adds an element of excitement. And here we go at the 350-yard par 4-8.
Well, you're definitely going to love this one then, Rich, because it ticks all the boxes here. There's no water in play, just a few bunkers down the left and the one that protects the right side of the green. And you've got a really narrow green, so plenty of reward with minimal risk.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Oh, solid strike. right in the heart of the green.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Shouldn't be a problem here. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp. And the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right. But you can see why good drivers have done well here, because there's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, back at Quail Hollow, getting set to kick off the backside. And the 10th is a good par 5, Frank.
It certainly is. Hole bends a little to the left. There's the bunkering down that left side that you've got to keep slightly right of. Second shot plays ever so slightly downhill to a rather narrow green. And if anything, you want to favor that left side.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee.
Ops.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Frank, this looks like a tempting opportunity here at the par 5 10th.
There's a little ridge in the middle of the green on that left side, and it'll kick the ball to the right. So you've either got to be short of it or past it.
Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. He'll need to be strong with this. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. And it drops for birdie. He has this for a birdie. He's made it. Back here at the par 4 11th at Quail Hollow, set to tee off. What's the right game plan here, Frank?
Oh, there's two really. That left bunker off the tee, it's about 265 yards to get it on the fairway, or 308 yards, 310 yards run out there. I've seen players just try and carry the bunker, sort of set up a short iron, and I've seen players like Rory McIlroy just try and blast a driver with a hook on it. Both strategies have worked.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Ian Poulter chance to be aggressive with this approach. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. This is a 9-footer. Par 4 12th here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently, it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know the line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off.
Look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
And setting up here in the rough. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
What a putt. Just missed, Frank.
That's cruel.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just has the feel today. Now the par 3 13th hole. Frank, this one 210 yards.
Very, very good par 3. This is actually a big green. It's 37 yards deep, but it actually plays small. There's a front right portion, there's a roll-off area in the middle, and there's a roll-off area in the back. So don't be deceived by the size of this green. You better be pitching that tee shot right bang in the middle.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. This would be a nice birdie for Ian Poulter. Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
These putts keep the round together. Right off the edge. Wow.
That hurts.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270. And
Frank, I hate to go negative, but let's clear a few things up. The penalties when you hit it in the water versus hitting it out of bounds.
yeah, some people, that's a good question, Rich, because some people think they're almost the same. But when you hit it out of bounds, you're actually losing a stroke and a distance. For example, if I'm teeing off on a par 4 and I hit it out of bounds, I'm penalised a stroke for hitting it out of bounds, and I'm hitting my third shot off the tee. When I hit it into a water hazard, I don't have to lose all of that distance. I can drop the ball up just short of the water hazard. So the distance penalty isn't the same as if it was out of bounds.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
And here at 14, another chance to make a birdie with the right approach shot.
Yeah, laying back there a lengthy way in, the green will still kick to the left. So even though it's only a wedge in hand, you've got to aim right at this flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. Hybrid, putt, you name it, whatever works.
And getting ready for the putt. Oh, do that. Ian for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010, that final round, 62?
I certainly do, Rich. That was it's gone for a little extra. There's something about a well-hit shot. Oh, that's fine.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That one came right off the center of the club face. Another good shot, about 10 feet away. Third shot, looking for a good one. Good chunk of real estate here, 22 feet away. So close. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Settles in over the putt. That's how you maintain momentum and make those putts for par. Just a tap in to finish the hole. He's made it. At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the water more in play with the second shot. I mean, it's a great par 4. It's strong in every single department.
That's in the fairway.
See that bit where they mow? That's fairway. Try and get it in there.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Well, he's taking the right side out of play, Rich. It looks a little left.
And coming out of the rough, not able to control it the way he wants. Birdie try up next. Second shot out of the daunting par 4 16th hole. Frank, this is all you want.
Yeah, and if you want to take the safe route, then obviously that's down the right side. That's the quickest way to get to the putting surface, and also it's the flattest side. When they start sticking the flag on the left, though, be prepared to pay the price. Short, difficult chip. Long, ball's going to bounce over the back.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Well, hello there.
Huge bonus making that one.
Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has that plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.
I don't know what happened there, but he missed it badly. Well to the right. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
This is an awkward length.
Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Locked in on the read and the speed.
So they'll tap in. Has his par. Here we are, the 18th hole at Quail Hollow. Simply put, Frank, a player needs to hit maybe his best tee shot of the day.
I would agree with you, Rich. If you were to measure this hole from trees on the left to trees on the right, it's actually a really wide fairway or expansive land. But that creek that just meanders its way through the middle of this hole completely changes the nature of this hole. And consequently, you hit the nail on the head. If you don't hit a good tee shot, you will rack up something here. And I have got no idea how big it would be.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee. Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
What's it look like, Frank?
Judging by that lean, Rich, this has got to be going right.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Really use this one. It's for birdie.
Boy, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That'll wrap it up from here in the tower at Quail Hollow. I'm Rich Lerner. For Frank Nobilo and all of us here at EA Sports, thank you for playing along, and we'll see you next time. This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Frank, every golfer wants to play it at least once. The old course at St. Andrews.
Yeah, from Bobby Jones to Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods. They've all come and conquered.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably. Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend Frank Nobilo. We are at the most historic course in the world, Frank, the old course at St. Andrews.
I can't believe it was established in 1552, and it's just a pleasure to play. 7 shared greens. If you want to sort of do the maths on that, know exactly where you are. The shared greens will always add up to 18. For example, if you're on the second, it'll share it with the 6th. And there is 4 greens that aren't shared at all. That's 1, 9, 17, and 18. But just an absolute pleasure. And it's actually fun to play the course.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
So young and so accomplished already. Jordan Spieth, ready with his approach. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. And getting ready for the putt. Just has the feel today. Shouldn't be a problem here. And he has it for birdie. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Good contact, good result. Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart. Pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or two, choke down.
Very much so.
That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Now a chance for a birdie. Good putt. 8-foot putt here. Has it. On the tee box here at the third now. Frank, all these holes look relatively straightforward. Can a golfer get lured in a kind of a false sense of security off the tee here at the Old Course?
Going for a little extra.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290. Second shot.
This is a cross-country special. So a good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build a 3 or a 4 foot circle. Just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Just a little tap in here. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. At the fourth hole now, and Frank, this one looks as though it might require a little bit of club selection off the tee. What are we looking at, partner?
Well, there is 2 ways to play the fourth off the tee. You can hit it down the right side, but it really starts to narrow up and it's slightly shorter. Most players go towards the middle of the golf course and try and get it on that plateau. But this, certainly the first hard hole you see at St. Andrews.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Second shot coming out of the rough here. And it makes the green in regulation. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Frank, he might like this one. He might. Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Par fives, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this fifth hole par five measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of 3 bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the 2 bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
He'll need to be strong with this. Well, the bad news is he missed his target by quite a bit. The good news, he's still on the green. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. This one has a good line. So you'll go ahead and fill it up. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers, they're called the coffins, down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selections being spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Ian Poulter with this birdie attempt. That finds the bottom of the cup. We'll call that a birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Okay, no problem with that one.
Back here at the Open Championship on the 7th hole here at the old course.
Yeah, blind tee shot. This is one hole that really does advantage the long hitter. They can get it very close to this green, but this green has got some amazing undulations in it.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Oh, that's fine.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Lays the face open. He'll try to pop this one out. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Continues to putt beautifully. Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Good solid stroke there, no sign of nerves on that.
Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green. And often you see long, long birdie putts here.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. All in all, Frank, doesn't look too bad.
Just maybe a little right of the flag.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Count that. That's a birdie. Always so important to finish your first 9 holes on a positive note here at the Open Championship.
Yeah, the 9th hole, this is the most extreme part, furthest away from the clubhouse, in the middle of the loop here. A good drive, though, that avoids those bunkers has every chance of finding this par 4 with your tee shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close? That's good. Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot.
It's that sneaky distance.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie too. Totally in command.
Now at the 10th, and Bobby Jones loved this hole, didn't he?
And that's why it's been renamed Bobby Jones. Drivable for a lot of the players, but if you're going to have a crack at this green, avoid the gorse down the left side, as well as the two pot bunkers that are in line with the right side of this green.
Look out left.
And there's rough over there.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
Usyk.
Oh, I like that.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. He'll need to be strong with this. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. In for birdie. This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. Good putt.
I'll
Frank,
get
number
my ass
11,
kicked.
the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the two bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those two bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces in it.
Early part of this second nine and a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
This one measures out to 15 feet. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Man,
I just pushed it.
boy, that hurts. This would give him a bogey. He's made it. Now at the 12th, and Frank, when you put the peg in the ground here, are you licking your chops?
Well, you are, unless you're playing into a head breeze, because if you are playing a head breeze, then you've got to worry about the 4 bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway. Touch a help, or if you're a long hitter, then all you've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker just short of this green. There is gorse left and right.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
He's like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. Second from an excellent lie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Poulter has a history of getting on runs. He can light it up with a putter. Here's a birdie putt. Count that for a birdie. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot. Second shot.
From the rough, just a bit to the right, though.
The ball always starts where the club face is pointing. And this one, just right of the intended line.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your 3rd shot to 14.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. All right, the winds are starting to pick up. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. What's the right way to approach it?
Well, you've really got to find out, first of all, the direction of the wind, and you have to be certain of it right now. And plus, if there's a gust, that's something you've got no control over.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Good swing, good shot yet again. Let's see if Poulter can jumpstart his round with an eagle. Pretty good stroke right there, just to hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
This will be a 14-foot putt here.
Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, one shot. Miss a short one, also one shot.
And that's painful. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Count that. That's a birdie. So just a formality here. Continues to roll the ball very well. Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the center of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice flat lie for that second shot, because this is another difficult green that's well protected by just one little bunker that's in the front left that you don't think comes into play. But if your second shot doesn't land the right distance, more often than not, it just gets swallowed up by that. Common thread here, rough, rough, rough.
Long way again.
Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank, how did he do there?
Well, he's inside 30 feet, but 27 feet, it's not exactly what you'd call close.
Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And he's putting for birdie now. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, two from that distance is fine.
Headed for home now, partner. The 16th hole, and what are we looking at here?
Well, you have to avoid the principal's nose. Otherwise, you're going to finish up in the principal's office.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. There's out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
He'll need to be strong with this. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Coming down the home stretch here at the 17th, set up well for a chance to go after this flagstick. Just a little offline, so now, Frank, he's going to have to deal with a rough.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how strong he is.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
So Frankie is leaning, and it appears as though this one's headed a bit right.
Yeah, just came out of it.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole. From that spot,
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot. It's no snack, though.
goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh, yeah, that's the... You'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Score that a birdie. Frank, is there a more famous landmark in the sport than the tiny Swoken Bridge?
I think when you think of this game, the way in which we've followed it and covered it, Rich, over the last decade plus, no. It is just symbolic, not just with this golf course, but the game of golf itself, because every great champion has managed to make his foray across to Scotland and play the old course and walk across that bridge. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
This is a good-looking shot.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
"18 feet from the bottom of the cup." Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
These putts keep the round together. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, it really was vintage St. Andrews today in so many ways. Just a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, the old